Hello conquerors, my name is Cecilia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I just want to talk to you about the difficulties that I faced in my arthritis journey from the day that I found out I had arthritis up to date. Welcome back again. I was in grade 9 and I was supposed to write my final grade 9 exams, and then my mother by then was not home, and then my legs started paining. By then I think I was already diagnosed with that, right? I knew I had arthritis, but my mom had to go somewhere. I've forgotten what she went to do, but she had to go out of town. All my grade 9 exams, I wasn't with her now. So here I was trying to write my exams and trying to fight the pain in my legs. And by this time, I had pain in my knees and in my hip joints. I really get emotional when I think about those days. They're the worst days in my arthritis journey during my exams. Can you imagine? Of all days, what are the odds of all days this disease or condition has to pick my exam days? So the first day of the exams, when we were writing English, grade 9 starts with English, right? Is it grade 12 or grade 9 that starts with English? Okay, I've forgotten. I just know it's the first day of exams. We were going to school with my friends that I used to go to school by that time. So we're going, but imagine I'm limping, and my like when my leg starts spinning, right? It can show that this person is in pain, but I do not like being pitied. Like somebody feeling pity on me, I hate it to the max, because whenever somebody is like pitiful, shows me a pitiful face, I get even more sick. My legs pain even more. So I don't like it. So we're going to write the paper and we're like 30 minutes early. No. Maybe more than 30 minutes early. So we're going chilling, chatting with my friends. I noticed to say I was getting in more and more pain. By this at this point, we were in a small bush like this, in a narrow, very small. It was a bush, more, but right now they're full of houses there. But back then it was a bush. That was 20 0. I was in grade 9 in 20. I finished school in 2011. So I was in grade 9 in like 20. I finished in 2011. So 11, 10, 10, 9, 2009. Oh wow. So yeah, we're going to school and my legs just failed and started failing on me. I couldn't walk. But what I did, because I didn't want the pity eyes on my friends, and we're writing exams, so I knew if I was like to concern them, if I start saying I'm in pain, I can't walk, they might be late for exams, they might be affected. This is my life, this is my trouble, this is my problem. I need to deal with it alone. I don't need to affect other people's children also. So I just stood, held on to a tree, and then stood like, put my head on a tree, and then I told them to say, "Oh, let me just rest a bit. I'll catch up. I'll catch up." And they're like, "No, we're late. Let's go." I was like, "No, don't worry. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Don't worry." So I made them go. Well, like I said, we were 30 minutes early. I stood there like for 5 minutes. I tried to walk again. I couldn't walk, guys. I couldn't walk. The moment I tried to like move my leg, the feeling was like somebody is beating my hip joint with an axe. It was the pain I have never felt before. I couldn't move. I had to sit down. When I sat, when somebody passes, like an elderly person, when they pass, I would be like, "What's the time?" They would tell me the time. I'm like, 20 minutes more. I could actually literally see the offense to my school, because when we were going to school, we used to walk, right? But the offense, the gate was like on the other side of the offense. So I could even see the school, but I was in the bush. Nobody could see me. All the students, all the people, because that was a busy road when students are passing through. That when they finish, like, that's how I knew I'm late. I'm in deep soup. All the students stopped walking by. Even those like late goers, they finished. They were not passing anymore. It was just me in a bush. Back then, anything could have happened to me. Like, I would have been raped. I would have anything was possible, because it was a narrow bush. It was narrow road that was passing through that bush to my school. So, and that, if in case you're wondering why we are using the bush, because it was the shortcut to my school. If we decide to use the main road, it was a very, very long walk. So the bush was like just a shortcut to the school. So now I regretted using that road. I was like, maybe if I had used the main road, somebody would have paid. Oh. Now I wanted to be paid with that. Maybe somebody would have given me a ride or something. So what do I do? I start crawling. Back then, my love for school was top notch. That I really loved school. If you have a check, my background in school, I was a very bright student. Not to toot my own horn, but if anybody that was in my class could watch this video, I think they would testify. I was really smart. Especially in my primary level, I was a very smart student. But I had a lot, not to give myself excuses, but I had a lot to deal with. Imagine this is a grade 9 student starts to go through what older people go through. I was in pain. Most of the time, I was in this kind of pain, guys. You do not want to imagine. You can't begin to imagine what I was going through, and that was just grade 9. So I started crawling to school on my knees, the same knees that I have pain in, but the most pain was in my hip joint. So I said, okay, since I can't like stamp on the ground because I'm putting much pressure on my joints, so let me curl. I started. Whenever I get tired, I like sit, because I couldn't also stay there for a long time, because I was scared to be attacked, and I didn't want to go home. I'll be late for the exam, and I didn't want to miss the exam. Again, when I'm crawling, I know I'm getting late by the minute, but at least I should get there. And the rule was that whenever you are late for an exam for over 30 minutes, then you cannot write, right? Then you default to the exam. So I started crying slowly. And then at some point, I'm like, wait, let me force myself to walk. Maybe I might. And then I got a stick, like from the same bush. I got a stick and started walking on a stick. If I see a person coming from afar, I'm like ashamed. I stop walking. I stand as though I'm doing something. But obviously the pain was obvious on my face, so people would be curious and look at me, and some people would even ask, what are you doing alone in the bush? Your friends are are writing exams. What are you doing alone in the bush? I'm like, no, I was just late for something, but I'll be fine. I'll be okay. So just like that, I walk with the stick, I crawl, I walk with the stick, I crawl. I finally reached at my school, all dating, all dating, whatnot. So I entered the school hall where I was writing from. I entered and everybody was looking at me like I'm crazy. And by the way, I was like over 30 minutes late, but I was allowed. So I'm still allowed to write. I was allowed inside my class, the school hall, and I wrote my exam. So I was like, okay, this is what has happened. And then, funny thing, I wouldn't even walk when going to school, but when going home, I was a bit like still in pain, but I could walk very slowly, baby steps, but I could walk. But when going to school, I couldn't walk. Funny. So I went home and then I was like, oh, since I'm feeling much better, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna feel even much more better. So I again started off with same routine with my friends. Same. I again started crawling on the floor, crawling. Anyways, and like 2 or 3 exams later, I said, okay, this is not working. Going with my friends to school, this is not working. What I would do is, I'll start like an hour early, and that's what I started doing. I would start off maybe an hour 10 minutes, an hour 20 minutes. There was an exam I think I started an hour 20 minutes early, and I wasn't late for that one. And guys, even when I was writing that exam, I was so much in pain. I don't even know how I passed that exam. I was disturbed mentally, physically, emotionally. I was asking God why now? Why me? All those questions. I had to write and I had to beat the time. I don't think there was a paper that I finished on time. I don't think so. All the papers I had to write rushing that I passed. I actually got, no, I won't say the marks I got, but I passed with fine colors and I went to return at the same school. Okay, so let me continue in the next video what happened after that and why I hate pastors. I mean, why I hated pastors. I'm over it right now, so stay tuned for the next video. For now, thank you for watching. Bye.